What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video on the Stock Kings YouTube channel. Here today, we're going to be talking about 3 potential stocks that could have huge gains on your portfolio for this upcoming month of March. But before we get into that, I want to take a look at the overall market and see what we're going to kind of head into for this month. So in our previous videos, we have seen huge moves to the downside, a huge sell-off week last week, and you have a lot of bears saying, oh, we're going to keep continue down, market was too high, it's a bubble, it's going to pop. And then we have the bulls saying that this is a minor correction, and then we're going to keep breaking those highs and keep moving forward after this correction. But here, as we talked about last week, on the daily chart on the S&P 500, we saw that a couple weeks ago in January, it came down, touched the 50 EMA. They had a couple sell-off days, touched the 50 EMA, right back up to all new highs. And we can see now the same thing is happening. We saw this candle yesterday, this bearish. I said it's touching the 50 EMA. Probably tomorrow we're going to see a nice push to the upside. The same, it's going to mirror this candle here. And as you can see in the pre-market, it's currently 8:17 in the morning. We're getting that same exact move that we called out yesterday. I think today's going to be a huge move to the upside, and a lot of people are going to make back some of those gains that they lost in the previous week on those huge sell-offs. Alright guys, and the first stock that I wanted to talk about today is NIO Inc., ticker symbol NIO. We've talked about this previously in about some trades that we can take. Obviously this stock has been up to 67.41 at its highest. Had a rough week this last couple weeks, trading all the way down, wicking down to around the 41.84 range, coming all the way back up in the 46, and now today pre-market we're hitting 48.55. And I think this upcoming week is going to be a big week for NIO. They're announcing earnings, they're announcing deliveries, and they're also announcing whether or not they'll be starting some North American sales as well, which it could be a huge boost for them. Looking on the technical side of things, on the daily, we're obviously well above the 200 EMA range or line, which is a huge bullish sentiment. Let's go down a little bit further, get a little more into this. Yeah. On the 4-hour, we have a pretty good resistance at the 52. So if you're looking this week for short-term trades, you could probably take trades anywhere between open to this range right here, this resistance line at 52.18. I'd be very careful around this line moving forward. Let's take a look at the hour. Yeah, it seems like we're forming some sort of consolidation here, and then we're breaking out of this. The consolidation seems to have ended here. If we can stay above this support, we'll be entering this range here. You can take intraday to swing trades in this range. Looking at long term, we can get moves all the way up to probably 62. If we break above the 200, I would be careful around this 200 on the hourly. But yeah, my sentiment is more long term. I think you're getting great value in this $40 range below 50. I think they're going to announce some good earnings. They have in the past shown that they can be profitable, and yeah, their sales have also shown to be going up. So I think this is a long-term play. I like to see NIO. I think we can push up all the way into the 70s. So getting it anything below 50 is going to be a great value. Alright guys, and the next stock that I wanted to talk about that I think could have huge potential to the upside in this upcoming March is Workhorse Group, ticker symbol WKHS. And recently this stock has been up massively. It's been all the way up to the $40 range, and then we have huge sell-offs, huge volatility to the downside, especially in this candle. We can see it coming down all the way down to $12, and then we have a little bit of a spike up touching the 200 EMA, and then right back down, couldn't break through. And then on the pre-market, we're looking up a little bit, coming up to 16.39. And the reason for this massive sell-off is because they actually lost their contract with USPS, which is brought a lot of down volatility, a lot of people selling off in this stock. But I think this stock has potential to go up big in the next upcoming month. You see a lot of bulls like ARK buying this massive dip, and you're getting a no-brainer potential here at $16. And we have upside going all the way up to the 40s, and I think we can go up even higher. They have earnings coming up. I think they have huge potential to release good earnings. Profitability will show through. And there's a lot of sentiment with the Biden administration with EV vehicles, especially utility vehicles. He wants to start an EV fleet for mail that would be totally electric vehicles. And I think Workhorse being sold solely in America in their utility EV vehicles would be huge for that. So I think potentially with those fundamentals, I think we can see massive upside potential. Now looking on the technical side of things for short-term plays, we kind of have some tough areas here, a lot of consolidation. But I think once we break out of this consolidation, we could follow this wick all the way up and get a lot of clean traffic. We're obviously well below all of these EMAs, but I would look for short-term plays to try to break out of this zone. You have nice consolidation here. So we have support here at the $13 range, and then resistance here just below $19. So if we can get good candles to break above the 50 EMA and this resistance here, right here at $19, we could follow this candle all the way back up to the $27 range, and I think you can get a good swing trade in that range. So yeah, right here, this is where you're looking to make your trades and collect profits. And then long term, I am currently thinking more long-term trades on this. I think here on the daily we could follow this downside move. I mean, this only happened relatively recently, so I think very quickly with news from the Biden administration and earnings, we could follow this right back up and get back into this zone. So we could make potentially, from this $16 range coming all the way back up into the $40 range. Then that would be a huge move up for a long-term play. So I really like the potential on this stock. I think the value that you're getting in this $16 stock range right here is huge, and I think we can bring this all the way back up to previous highs. Okay, and so the final stock that I wanted to talk about is Marathon Digital Holdings, ticker symbol MARA, MARA. This is a Bitcoin mining company, and basically this is for anybody that is bullish on Bitcoin. So recently we've had huge highs going up with Bitcoin all the way up almost to $50, and then massive sell-offs recently coming down to the $28 range. And now you can see already in pre-market this morning on March 1st, Monday, we're already jumping up to $35, ending here at 30, jumping to 35. So there is a lot of volatility in this stock, and you definitely have to be a lot more careful with this than other plays that you might be interested in. But if you love Bitcoin, this would be a cheap way to come in and get some value for Bitcoin. So as you can see, you're gonna have to play the $35, but that just shows that it has a lot of bullish momentum coming in. So we look at the hour. We're obviously well above the 200, and I would like to see anything break above this 50 EMA right here on the hourly, or anything above this zone I really like. So anything potentially going into $36 I think would be a great swing trade, and then we could possibly take positions here at the start of the last week, or the last week, hitting all the way up to 40. So that's almost $4 or $5 range right here for a swing trade. But I think long term, you look at huge Bitcoin bulls like Kathy Woods. I think we can definitely come back up into this range, and I think values here at the $35. That's huge. That's a $13 range right here that we can come up. And if you're really bullish on Bitcoin and you see it going up even further than previous highs in the future, then you can see this one has massive upside potential. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the 3 stocks that I think have massive upward potential this coming March. If you like those stocks, don't forget to subscribe, give a like on the video, and thank you. Have a good rest of the day.